Hello, welcome to the show. Car Guy Coffee, here we go. Better get ready to go ahead and share. Ooh, send it everywhere. You better call your friends, your neighbors and friends. I already said friends. Well, I'll say them again. Go ahead and talk to all your friends. Jump over to LinkedIn and talk to them too.
Yeah,
Come on. Tell them it's Fred and Lou.
What?
Forgive Focus Flying. That's what we came to do.
That's what we came.
So go ahead and check out this intro, kid, so you can keep growing and brewing solutions. Boom.
Boom.
That's when you hit the.
That's when I'm supposed to hit that one.
That's when you hit it.
Right?
Hey, car guys and car gals, welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And we are here brewing solutions with you tonight. Excited after coming off of an incredibly caffeinated conversation with Russ Mann all week. Has been fun.
It was, man.
It's
what a fun week that was. Russ Mann is just
I can't believe it's over.
I'm happy to always honor a person like that, to be able to showcase what he does and what his product is all about. Man, it was really cool. So, and I really mean that. I hope that we got to showcase that for him, because there's just no greater guy out there. I mean, I really appreciated the conversation. I could tell it came from the heart. I think if anybody listened to it and watched the show, I think you'll see that personal experience that he was trying to give you guys. And it's not just about his product, because he wasn't talking just about his product. His product is a great product. And obviously, when somebody is like him, he's not going to represent something that's not great. So, Russ, man, awesome week, man. We appreciate you. Man. Great time. But, man, we have a juicy one coming.
Oh, man. So check this out, right? So sometime inside of the entire week, we've begin blending with True Car Guy Coffee, right? Mm-hmm. We had brother in arms send us a bag of coffee, which was the recovery blend, the recovery coffee brand. And he's a car guy.
Yeah.
Brewing Solutions.
Mr. Joe Turner.
Turner.
That's right. All the way out there in Paris, Kentucky, man. My man.
Thank you.
A little about an hour away from us, man.
So we've been actually, getting sips of the solution elixir that has been helping us get in motion something entirely new for the entire market, to be able to take a look at and connect with, right? This series is still the new connections, and we want to make sure that you guys are getting connected to all sides of this sphere, because this industry has way more cuts to it than what anybody gets to see on just one given day. I mean, you know what I mean? That's a whole lot bagged into that statement. But you got a lot of smart people that are doing some key things, and we have them on the show, and it's going to be fun because they got something that's really going to come in clutch.
Wow. If you're not with it, you got to be with clutch. So, folks, man, we have a lot of exciting news coming up. This next week is going to be displaying a couple brilliant minds. If you would really think about it on paper, these guys are just like what you would when you look at like, hey, man, this is what you think of when you think of a person who's got a mind that just is amazing. So, for one, you have two guys that are from two different parts of the world that came together, and they met at schools and in graduate school over at Stanford. Yes, sir, man. Great. And their story's amazing, man. They met up there, and they were just a couple of guys that just were like trying to figure out what they were going to do next. A lot of people were having these things where they're like, hey, I'm going to go and I have this company that's going to hire me and it's giving me this great salary and, I'm going to make good money and this and that. So they're going on to great careers. I mean, obviously when you go to a school like that, people are going to see that on your resume. They're going to probably jump at the chance of getting you as a new person. So they said, you know what, we're going to go entrepreneur style. So they came up with an idea, man. And it was a cool company. It was a direct competitor of the company they ended up selling it to, Carvana. The company that they had was Carlypso. Yeah, Carlypso was a great company. They started off a peer-to-peer, then they went to like getting vehicles that were off lease and they were selling it to people, and man, they were doing really well. And then Carvana came in and just gave them an offer and they took it. So they ended up going from there to sitting there and they're, a couple 3 years later, and they're like, I got an idea. So I don't want to talk about it too much, but the idea was www.withclutch.com, man. And it's a great idea. It's a revolutionary way of helping people with subprime finance. And obviously I'm the subprime hero. So anything like this, some news like this is great to hear and great to know about. So I'm real excited about that. Real quick, I need you guys to share. And I hope that's what you're getting ready to talk about, Lou.
I definitely want you guys to share.
Share, please. I need you guys to share because we obviously need some help. We only got 2 people watching. So let's get it going. Hey, I need my people to be listening, right? That's what Sean would say, something to that nature, right? So I need you guys, man. So, hey, look, this stuff is really important stuff. We got a show coming out. You guys should be out there, like, share. Maybe I'm doing too demanding. Please, people.
Yes.
I need you. That's all right. Either way, look, Jeremiah, he's got a quick question for us, man, and I definitely would love to answer this for him. How did Car Guy Coffee start?
It's a long story.
Well,
it's actually not really that long.
But it was definitely
a mesh
16 years in the making. You know what I mean?
So definitely. So Fred and I is actually what is Car Guy Coffee. We are the blend of beans that it takes for you to get the right growth of a particular uplifting brew of personality and purpose. So we grew up in the car business, did what it is that we did together and apart on different fields,
right?
Coming together, going apart,
right.
And became excellent in our field together and apart. And we ended up at the same dealer group, having a great time, making some great movements, great relationships with your father and many others.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
We then, just developed our personality.
And here's the deal. He says Car Guy Coffee is me and him. Yes, we started the idea, the movement, but with Car Guy Coffee, really, this wasn't a movement because I was trying to do a movement. There was like a bug by my face, just so you guys know. But kind of like the movement.
There is a bug.
So, but it's a movement, and what it is we're trying to get people to wake up in the car business, right? In a sense, drink some coffee and get going, because this business is important. This business is essential. This business is something that is a commodity. Right. So people need to understand that there's a lot of help that can be helped in this business. There's a lot of weakness in this business. So if you go fix a lot of that, this business could be really strong, and there could be a lot of good people out there helping a lot of people. So there's plenty of customers out there. All right. So there's plenty of vehicles to be sold. So I don't believe that. Yeah, I have a competitor next door, but it's not a competitor. They're just somebody that helps me make sure that I'm checking myself, because if they're doing well, I want to do well too. We all should be doing well. And so that's how Car Guy Coffee started. And it just that idea. So when one day, Lou and I, we've always had a good time. We've been boys for a long time, right? So every time we get together, we always goof around, we laugh, we have fun. And we realize that we both are really good at our jobs. We love our jobs. We have passion for our jobs. So we send that, we got together, and I was like, let's do a podcast. And he was like, yeah, man.
Already got a name.
Boom. He says, Car Guy Coffee. I was like, let's go. Boom. Let's roll with it. So we just sat down, we met up, we put it together, we put it on paper, we thought about the ideas, we figured out what we needed to get started, such as mics. Boom, 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 boom. And you can know, ask Lou, I went obsessed with it. Yeah.
the flow,
everything. He got the logo set
branding,
up.
the name.
So this has just been a mesh of just
cool
amazing stuff. And 3 months later, first one came out, and here you are 5 months after that. So pretty awesome, man. This is a wild way to keep up with it. Makes sense. This is a good thing that you all do. I appreciate that, Jeremiah. And people like your pops inspire us. All
Speaking
kinds
of
stuff
Jeremiah,
like that,
G,
dude, you want to talk about
G.
Yeah, G.
Come in.
Here comes G money.
So car guys and car gals, when we're out here actually inside of the cafe, it's also the learners lounge where you hang out with the Lenartzes and learn some cool stuff. Here he is. He's getting in the makeup room real quick. He's backstage. Here he is. The one, the only.
Yo, Nick.
G Money. This is Gabe Ramirez. This is my baby, folks. My baby boy. Look at them. They're over there playing some 2K. And then coming right behind them is the seed of the Lenartz. It is Nick Lenartz. Look at them looking all nice in the car guy coffee fits. You
Jeremiah
guys are so
says,
pretty.
"What's up? What's up, Gabe?"
Check 'em out.
Jeremiah, I don't know if you ever met my son Nick. This is him right here, man. So you guys should hook up sometime, man.
Yeah.
I think he's on Instagram and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you got some moves. He's
a good man. He's taught me a lot. Yes, absolutely. Inspire each other, and then you lift other people up. That's the thing. You pass the torch on. That's the key. As you start to develop your growth, what you have, man, it's amazing. I can see the confidence in you. It's been pretty freaking cool to see.
Your story up to right now has been great, and you're just on the first chapter of the complete breakthrough of
what's up, Nick?
All that you're going to be doing. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I pulled up a picture of them at one of the Louisville games we went to. I'm gonna post that, let you guys all see that when you guys were way smaller. It was really cute. Everybody was shorter than me.
Right. So
you guys understand how that wasn't that long ago they were shorter than me.
They still are.
The days. They were shorter than me.
They're still shorter than me.
They ain't shorter than me. Yeah.
I'm shorter this way though.
Well, I'm bigger this way.
Got them guns. Old man guns.
No. Oh, don't do it to me, Hulk. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me, Hulk. Don't you do it.
All right. We appreciate it.
That's the boys.
That's the boys, guys.
That's our boys.
You. I love you, Nick.
Love you.
Is he still on there? Can you see he's still on there?
Yeah, he's probably still on. Yeah, there he goes. He just says, "Don't flex, Gabe.
Don't do it to him. Don't you do it to him."
You got to when that's how it goes, man. Flex.
I'd be flexing all the time. Like, which way are we going?
I'm still flexing. I'm not even,
You going that way? Yeah, I flex with Sharpies now.
Love you, buddy.
And so this is 2.0, everybody.
Yep. So those are the next world, the world dominators one day. You know what I'm saying?
Ramblin 2.0 double drive.
Future entrepreneurs, I guarantee it. So I like how
Wad for God.
drop that. He just put the plug in there.
Plug. What forgot. This is him. This is his first live in front of the whole industry of industries, the transportation land. Wad for God. Get you some of that. Right there. There he is. Gabe Ramirez. First one. First time out here live doing that. That's awesome.
Those are great exercises.
If you don't know, you're gonna.
That's what Jeremiah. Those are great exercises. What Jeremiah says.
You'll get week 4. I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Boom.
To Jeremiah.
He's on the program.
Yeah. Get it. That's awesome, man.
He earned
That is awesome.
I think he's on week 4. Good, you just said it live. I hope you're right.
He says, "All right."
All right, well. Boys, welcome to the cafe.
Welcome to the cafe.
Car Guy Coffee. It won't stunt your growth. Remember that.
That's what I used to look like back in the day, right here.
I never looked like this.
Except for I was a little bit. I was much uglier though.
I wish.
So he's.
I'd look
What
like
do you
this.
see when he's my age? He's gonna be.
No. When I got that heavy, it was not with muscle.
No.
Anyway, so
I've seen Lou in the extra large shirt before.
Mhm.
What? Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool to wear extra large.
Yeah, I
back
mean,
in the day.
I tried. The more X's you can get with
Everybody
the fashion.
was like, it was like the '90s was all about the bagginess.
Yeah.
Like, especially
Yeah,
the early
if it
90s.
can't also be a nightgown, it can't be your shirt. It wasn't cool. But anyway, so since we are live and talking about cool things and the future,
Yes.
we have some future thinking people that are on the podcast this week that are, listen, guys, from a school like Stanford. What do you know about Stanford?
What do I know about Stanford?
Yeah, what do you guys
Yeah.
know about Stanford?
They're one of the best educational programs in the country.
Yes.
You had to be
Pretty solid, right?
in.
What do you
But
know
you know
about
what
it?
I
What do you know
also
about
hear-
MIT?
So what's awesome, what I heard
They're a
from
technological college.
yes. So
Hmm.
what the one thing that I heard, what we got from these gentlemen that we interviewed was, it's not just about being smart to get in that school. It's about what you bring to that. You know, so you have to have a basically well-rounded person. You have to do a lot of things, not just. So it's what you bring. So it's tough to get in, but if you put the work in and you do some amazing things, you can get in. Not even if you don't have the most best of grades.
Right, but it takes a lot to get in, whether you earned it, and then you have to prove yourself, right? You then have to step up and prove yourself, and these individuals have done it. So one of them was able to play pro in golf, right?
He played for his country's national team in Germany. Yeah. So that's I don't think he played
Pretty
pro.
cool.
He played high amateur.
Was able. I mean, I believe
could've.
he was able to.
He made the choice.
Um,
He made the choice of not.
made the shift
But he went to school
to
all
go
over
into
the
his
world.
studies. Right.
All over the world.
Did incredible stuff all throughout his career. Landed dream jobs, but he continued to shift his heart towards going after dreams and solving problems that haven't been solved yet.
No.
What
he's
do
still
you
doing
guys
that.
know? So you know about MIT. So and then
Yeah.
what do you know about the DeLorean?
Oh,
Oh, it's a car that was in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you know about that was his
yeah. Chris Coleman.
first car.
That was the first car he ever got when he was 60. He got one and they put it back together. He built it.
Really? You built it?
Chris
Yeah.
Coleman.
Chris Coleman.
That's our guest this
He's
week.
one of the guests that we have this week, man. And he's he went to MIT. Then he ended up going there for graduate school. But he also worked for McLaren. You guys ever heard of McLaren? Yeah. He worked for them, and he just was like, I don't want to work. I don't want to settle for working for somebody.
Had a
That's
dream
it.
job there,
So yeah, man, amazing.
doing incredible.
That was what he
things.
thought his dream was, and then things that happen. So that's the things.
Right.
What's cool about life? You talk to people like that, and you learn about like how you may think that this is your dream job, so you work so hard to get there, but when you get there, you realize, you know what? I need to take another risk because this isn't my dream job. Then these guys they started their own company. Then they sell it for an undisclosed amount. Didn't ask how much. I should have.
Undisclosed.
I should have asked.
We
but I
actually
didn't.
should have asked for the exclusive.
We should have been like, man, how much did you sell it for, bro? You
Seriously.
guys don't work for them no more, because they did. They left. They had dream jobs at Carvana. Okay. They decided to say, you know what? We're stepping down from those jobs and we're starting a new company. It's called With Clutch. Yes. And the company is going to be, I think, revolutionary. So that being said, understand that life is amazing, but you always got to work hard. So I love you.
Hashtag hard work pays off.
Hard work does pay off.
It does.
So
It's not just it's
know.
hard work. You got to have a vision first. You got to work hard. You got to work harder than the average person. Elon Musk says if somebody works 50 hours and you work 100, you could finish something what they take a year to do in half a year. Because just math, and that's if you could just do it at the same level they do it. If you're better than them, then obviously that adds up too, multiplies itself. So
these young car guys, understand, folks, these are drivers.
man,
These guys got some whips, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, they got some cars. So
They
this is the future.
They
And you have to be considering
They even make
the
sure
future.
they got money in their pocket. They go to work.
They work together.
They got cool
They're
jobs.
just like us.
man.
Serious. It's crazy.
Such cool jobs.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
exciting.
for a
It's
16-year-old kid, look at that.
Jason.
Jason.
What up, Joe?
What up, bro?
getting me a cup of Joe.
That's right, man. Good.
Recovery.
Yeah, Joe, man. Joe, my man. What's up, my friend? I'm glad you came on tonight. We just talked about your thing about like 10 minutes ago, maybe. Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. So I'm glad that you're on here, man. Appreciate you jumping on tonight. Yeah, Jason, my man. You know what's up, Jason.
Jason, I was considering something today when thinking of you, and maybe you can accept maybe this role as well as being Splinter inside of what it is that we do in life, the Splinter, like the Ninja Turtles. So I don't know why, it's just a childlike fun part.
See you guys later. Love you guys.
Cool guys.
Thanks for
the cool
jumping on
guys
the camera
just
with
left
us.
the cafe.
Man, I'm glad you guys weren't too cool to come stand over here with us. Hey, Wad.
Wad for God.
Wad for God, guys.
Get you some.
Don't forget that name.
Gabe
You guys are going to
Ramirez,
see that come
Nick
across.
Lenartz. But you'll definitely be fit to take on the world and bring a boom like Mr. Jason Garris.
That's
who
right.
Is definitely somebody that I definitely want to be the Splinter. Seriously.
So, you know, like we were telling you, these guys were the founders of Carlypso. So, and this company was really, really cool. They really were mixing it up because they started with one idea, peer-to-peer, and that wasn't working. They realized there were some glitches in that. So they made a solution for that. They're solutionaries, man. So here's what's really cool about them. They, long story short, they had this company, they sell it to Carvana. Carvana buys it. They pick them up as directors for the company. So as they're doing this, they do it for 3 years. The company is growing as they're going, right? And that they were doing it, as best as they could during this time. They had already had a process for what you needed to do already, right? What everybody was trying to, talk. All I know is everybody that interviewed me asked me about Carvana. Everybody. Not because I talked to these people, because these interviews were before that. They always said, "What do you think Carvana is it the future?"
That's how this connection even happened.
So if the Carvana is the future, these two guys, let me tell you something. That I'm not saying Carvana is not the future. They have a great part of the market. But why would two guys leave the future to start something that helps every dealer?
And how does it help every dealer? Well, folks,
so don't be scared, folks. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Podcast.
So they know that is not ever going away. So they know what the best thing to do is to help the dealers that are out there doing it, because they know that's the strongest part of the market.
Oh,
man, I'm not trying to drop bombs, but I keep on. So I'm just saying. But for real, and I thought about that throughout the day today, the other day when we interviewed him, it started making me think about that. And I was like, you know what? Why would they do that? In all honesty, also because they are people that want to constantly have growth. I get that.
They're thinkers too. They're in the same frequency that we're in, folks. Telling you, they are thinkers from a different side of the table, that are all trying to brew up the solutions that we are all trying to use, that we all need to be able to help the people we say we want to help. Okay. And
tell it.
Since that's what they are, it's definitely why we want to make sure that we're in here brewing solutions with them and all of you that truly at heart want to help people be in a better place. But their tool is going to be something that is going to take the market, and you can either be the ones that have pointed people to it, or be the ones that are on the other side, finding about how somebody else used this tool and they have a committed customer to stay with them through this process. It's always your choice whether or not you're going to use the better tools that are available to you.
But for real, this company, guys, I'm going to put their website. I want you guys to go check it out. They're at phase 1 right now. You're going to hear about this stuff on my show. So like I said, I hate getting too much into it, but I'm so excited about their product, man. Phase 1 is out now. It's a refinance tool. Okay. It's a refinance tool. Use it. Give it a try. If you're out there and you have a customer that has they're upside down, you can't help them, just throw them this website. I'm telling you, folks, withclutch.com. Check it out. Just see how it works, man. I'm curious, man, to see if they're trying to grow. They need to figure out how to fix it, for one. So the more that they get opportunity to have it touched, the better that they have a chance to make it right. Because I'm going to tell you, by the time this product is at phase 2, which is basically its own bank, this is a way to start getting your rate where they have a rate, let's say it's 20% rate. And as they make payments, it does this and this and this and this, and it keeps rewarding them, right? So it's not just, hey, I'm stuck at 18% or 20% for the whole loan. Damn it. You can be, as a finance manager, explain, listen, and it makes you feel better because now you know, how many times have you told somebody, hey, do this for a couple years and refinance the car? Now they don't have to.
Now you can just tell them right there.
Now you can just say, hey, sign one contract and it refinances itself every time you make as you make good payments, they're going to reward you. How does that feel? Have you ever heard of a bank that does that? I'm going to see people go, are you kidding me? Oh my God. And I'm going to be like, I am not kidding you. Sign right here. Right. So hurry up before they change their mind. So I'm just saying, for real, what a awesome product. I mean, I'm going to tell you the two guys' names. We got Chris Coleman and Nicky Hinrichsen. Okay. Nicky is all the way from Germany. That's where he grew up. Then he was an athlete, young athlete, did all kinds of stuff, had an opportunity to either go pro or go and get his education, travel the world while he's doing it, and just see what he can become. And he did it. He came up with an idea. Him and Chris Coleman, who's a car wizard, loves vehicles. He loves like them high end, like crazy, like DeLoreans, and and that's just like his first one, 16 years old. And obviously, as he's come up in the game and done what he's done, he's bought some nice stuff. And I'm sure I would love to go sit and look what he has in his garage. Mm-hmm. I bet you it is beautiful.
But this is the opportunity that car guys and car gals need to be able to make that periscope look into the Silicon Valley understanding of how the thinking is on that side, which is
there's two guys like that out there doing that,
coming right here inside of the cafe to talk to you about those solutions. And let me tell you how smart they are. Okay. One, they're coming to car guys that are involved inside of this every single day, that are presenting themselves not just to any market, but primarily to the subprime market. We're coming to the Car Guy Coffee Show, talking to the subprime hero,
Chris Coleman,
the car guy,
Chris Coleman,
about what to do.
At the time, one of the directors of Carvana messages me on LinkedIn and goes, "Hey man, I love your show. I want to come on there and I want to talk about what's going on, what I think that can really help." So we had them come on. We did it about a month ago. We recorded it. But they said, "Hey, hold on, man." And Nicky, his partner, Nicky Hinrichsen,
there's a first cut.
He calls me and he goes, "Hey, yeah, there was a first cut, man. Before we released, we did a whole new episode just because it was a month later. I wanted to keep it fresh. Plus, there was some new news, such as www.withclutch.com, right? Also, that they left Carvana to do that. Man, huevos.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
it's
that's amazing. Yeah,
and I'm glad that we were on both sides of it. We were with them when they were with Carvana having this conversation, and then they jumped on the other side of safety or the other side of the veil.
But they reached out to us,
making sure that.
How cool is that, man?
They did reach out to us. You know why? Again, they want to know how it's going to help the car guys, and that's something that I honor. That's something that I respect.
Because they know that I'm passionate.
How it's going to connect to
them. They know how passionate we are about subprime financing. Obviously, I am. I'm the
subprime hero.
The subprime hero, and I absolutely want to make it better. And man, honestly, man, if I could put a stamp, I'm really excited. I'm not going to put the stamp on yet, right? I'm backing it right now. I'm definitely can't wait. The idea is amazing. I can't wait for phase 2. Once phase 2 comes out and I see what it's doing, I want to put a stamp on that bad boy. You know what I mean? I can't wait.
We got to see a customer go through the process. We need to see somebody make it through the other side of this ride. But you know what we are confident in doing? And that's telling you the stories of these incredible men that have gone to all of these opportunities that they've had in life, and they've tried to maximize them. And the way that they've maximized them has been by treating each and every one of those opportunities with honor. And it's important that the great opportunities that you have presented to you, you take with honor and you use them going to the next one. But everywhere that you go, you look to try to solve a problem, and doors will open themselves. The word says that your gift will make room for you. Well, if that's the case, then you just being fully you, wherever it is that you are, keep looking at whatever it is that you can do to brew a solution And my friends, you will be considered a solutionary. That will be you. But that's what it is that these guys are. And because that's what it is that they are, we want to make sure that they're telling you where their hearts are at in doing that.
And I love what Jason just said. Beta testing is a roller coaster, but you need passengers to tell the experience. You're right. And that's why I'm trying to promote this right now. Because a refinance, and I think they're so smart, because these guys have already done it. You know, they've come up, they've sold an idea, they made money on it, then they went just, you know, similar to what you've done, Jason, in your life. You know, they've done some stuff, right? And then they were directors at Carvana, so they had an inside scoop on a lot of stuff. What they saw missing at Carvana, they weren't helping subprime customers. That's a huge market that a lot of people are missing. So you got a guy like this right now. You know, you got Joe Turner who says subprime is where is shine at my dealership, right? Mine too. I'm gonna tell you, I take away so many people's business because they don't even do it. I don't take it. Actually, it's their garbage that they don't even take. They don't even try. They don't even submit. I get it. I breathe life into it by submitting it. That's it. The only difference. Type. And I just go, please give me this approval. And boom, it comes over. But I also see the story behind it, you know. I give everybody a chance. You know, we talk about treat everybody the same. Make sure you give everybody respect. Doesn't matter if they come in with the dirtiest clothes and they smell like manure. That means they're hard workers, man. That means they work hard for what they have and they come in. So every dollar to them matters to them. So understand that, but you treat everybody like they're a millionaire, like they deserve the best. Always offer them something to drink. Always, you know, ask them if they're comfortable, if where they're sitting is fine. You know, because the more you treat them that way, the better they feel, the more comfortable they are, the more human they feel that you are. It's the key, man. They don't want you to be that robot dude doing what you know. Anyway, I keep going.
Hi, welcome to dealership. Extend hand.
But yeah, so you know, subprime is where it is. That's where it's at, man. And Prime's there too, and I love it. Prime business is great. It's very simple. It's very direct. Don't get me wrong. They like to have the lowest price possible. They work this, they do that. They usually know what they're doing. But that's still simple. I mean, if you know what, that's it. Boom, sell them, done. Right? You just got to get to that number. Now, with subprime customers, you got to work a little harder. You got to make them buy something that they, instead of buying that truck, you got to show them a path to how to do that one day by buying another type of vehicle. You know, maybe a less expensive, maybe not the crew cab truck. Maybe you got to get the regular cab this time. Maybe you got to get a 2-wheel drive truck until you get your credit right? Because it's more in your payment range based off of your interest rate. Once your interest rate is more, you qualify for a lower one, then at that point we can get you there. But that's what they're offering. Hey, you go buy this truck. And then as time goes by, your payment's going to drop. Your interest rate's going to drop. You're going to save thousands. But hey, listen, if you miss payments, it's going to stay the same, and it's going to just jump back up. So you got to always make sure you stay on time. But you should stay on time, especially on your vehicles, guys. Come on. It's all about meeting a need and treating people with respect. RESPECT. Hey, man, find out what it means to me. It means everything, bro. It does. Subprime is harder than rewarding. It's harder, but rewarding customers for life. Yes, it's very rewarding, but it's just because, I mean, honestly, to me, it is harder, but I've been doing it for 18 years. So it's like, I don't know any of the ways. I don't think of it as hard. I think I'm going to tell you, let's say that we sell 30 cars. Out of those 30 cars, by the time we get delivery happen with, a couple hours, what it takes, about 2 hours on average. By the time delivery happens with approval and everything, and I usually have all my steps because I train my guys from top to bottom on how to get their steps, what steps they need, understanding how to get, insurance deck pages. So we have the name of the lien holder on it with $1,000 deductibles or less, unless it's a certain bank that says 500, but 99% of them say 1,000 or less. As long as you have their name on, you put the name on it, you're good. And so they know the process. So because of that process and you train them well enough, it's just normal. So my guys, let's say we sell 30 cars in a week. At the end of that week, I usually only have maybe 4 missing steps, literally. And it's usually little stuff like proof of residence because they somehow they don't have water bill because all their bills are getting paid, but they have a bank statement, but they can't print it off because it's an old school. But it's always something weird like that, right? So, and the bank doesn't take deck pages. Some banks take deck pages for proof of residence, others don't. So you got to know the programs at each bank, which I'm the subprime hero. Ask me a bank, I'll tell you the programs. because I respect my job, and I also respect my salespeople enough to know my job because they expect me to know mine. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure that I take care of them. They're gonna be like, hey, what do you need for this? Boom, I'll tell you what you need for this, because
Bing.
that's why I lead. I lead by example. I show them. So when they get to my position one day, they need to be able to do the same thing. And I make points of it when I show them doing their paperwork. I can keep going, guys. Hey, folks, let's get back to the show. The show is going to be great. This is New Connections, volume number 4. Man, it's already number 4. That's 9 episodes into the first time we started doing series. Wow. Holy guacamole. This is 21 episodes now, I think. 21 brews.
21
30 plus
21.
episodes, though. 30 plus episodes, but the brews are broke down into, per person, right? Per week, I should say. So that's 21 weeks, bro.
It's a long time, folks. Every week you've been brewing. I'm going to say that now that we're on brew number 21, if you've had them all, you just might be hooked.
Sometimes educating the customer is the most important part of what we do.
And that's
I will
what we
spend
want,
hours.
people that
Yeah.
love coffee.
That's called coaching a customer. It's exactly right. And Joe, that's why you're going to be successful. And even when it seems like it's not working or whatever, just keeping your integrity up and working at the exact same thing. Just make adjustments as needed. Just don't come off like you know too much, or, don't come off as, and I'm sure you don't. But these are little things that I work on, because sometimes as you start knowing these little sales pitches, and not really pitches, but you understanding the psychology of what's going on, it can come off as like, you're talking too fast. Okay, follow me. Okay, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. So that's what usually a lot of people get into. But so just always be smooth, always give them respect, take your time with people. Some people don't hear the things you say. Understand that not everybody picks up on things really quick. So you got to sometimes say it 3 times before they hear it. Just like say, hey man, I can't afford it. Yeah, you can. Man, I really can't afford it. Yeah, you can. Really, I can't. Yeah, you can. All right, man. You're right, I can. So that's worked so many times, I'm telling you. We have software developing fake stips. Just kidding.
No, none of that. No, that's so easy to spot out. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. We used to have a BS button.
I could tell you.
I'll put some people through the ringer with that. Be like, where did you get this check stub? Oh, I got it from the lady down the street. Hit the button. That's horse. Okay, you got to get one of those buttons. Look it up, the BS button.
I'll tell you, I recently about 4 months ago, I had this customer come in. I see the pay stub. It don't look anything like any other pay stub you've ever seen. So I'm like, what? I look at it, the numbers are too round. You know what I'm saying? Like $14,000 year to date. Come on, man. No one has an exact number. The odds of that happening are so low. And on top of that, it's a different looking pay stub. Second thing that happens is I needed proof of checking, maybe. But I either need a proof of checking or proof of residence. So they give me their bank statement. I get the bank statement. Second page in, it says fakepaystubs.com or something like that. I'm not kidding. Like paystubs.com or imakepaystubs.com. Literally 3 charges for like 8 something a piece. I'm like, come on.
And then you see it on the bank statement.
So I go right to my salesperson and I go, dude, look at this. I said, I'm going to tell your customer that he's got probably about 5 minutes to get out of my dealership before I call somebody and get him in trouble for this. This is fake, and he needs to understand that this is illegal. You can't go around with fake pay stubs trying to act like you have a job to buy a vehicle. I said, boom. So I hand it to him, right? And the customer freaks out and leaves. I'm not going to call nobody. But if I'm lucky because I understand and I've seen this. I've been doing it for almost 2 decades. So I've seen, and doing subprime for so long, we've seen it all. But it's amazing when you could look at it and be like, man, and even then I'm like, man, maybe not. I need to, investigate this a little bit. I was getting ready to call the employer. And then I look at that on the bank statement. Dude, it's unbelievable what happens, in the subprime world, in the world in general. So long story short, I didn't get caught up, but have I ever had one that got slipped through? Yes. I've had pay stubs I got slipped through. I haven't caught them all. I mean, when you do as many deals that I've been through in my life, in my career, there's no way I can keep up with every pay stub that went through there. But no, man, you have fake pay stubs. They happen. There's no doubt. Oh, well, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Catch Me If You Can. Great movie. Yeah, that was a great movie. He was good. That was the good old days when you could really make some stuff like that. We got fake check stubs 3 times this week. Thank God I'm not always not such a nice guy and know how to spot the trash before it hits the desk. So here's the thing. As a salesperson, I don't blame you, because
Mhm.
your job is to create excitement for the customer. You're supposed to assume the deal. You're never not supposed to assume the deal.
You're their advocate.
So
Always their
so
advocate.
as a manager, they should never get mad at you. If they do, that's just because they feel like they messed up, but they got to blame somebody else. So just let it go, blow it off, let them leave, because eventually they're not going to be a leader anymore. Forgive, focus, fly, as Lou would say, right?
Which that was the first time we did it, folks. We got so caught up with all this excitement, we forgot to make sure that we forget focus
Oh,
five. So
yes, I
on
did.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Forgive.
Forgive, focus, fly.
You know what's up.
And let's carry on with the conversation.
Yeah, so let's keep growing and
So-
let's brew, folks.
So taking care of your people, understanding the value of the subprime market,
Mhm.
and knowing that people are people. Okay, that is again just another way to differentiate a class. And I think that folks, we probably all can do away with blurring class lines. Please, let's start making that stuff go away, and let's look at a customer as a customer. And no matter
Yes.
what resource it takes for you to be able to take care of that customer on the lending side, then be the person that has as many as you can possibly have. Don't not have that resource because you just don't want that kind of customer. That's shooting yourself in the foot if they're coming to you to ask for it. You know, if I ran a kitchen and somebody came to me inside of the hours and that we say that we're open, and you know what's the last hour, you know, I probably may not see anybody here tonight, but somebody shows up 15 minutes before we close, and I've been waiting all day to cook somebody some food, and they say that they're hungry, fire up the grill. Get that sucker started. I'm coming. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna get you fed, right? Chef Sean was a line cook, but he's also just a person that makes sure to always be there to take care of us when we do big company events and this boat trip that we do. You know, if anybody even hints to being hungry, he is setting a flame or getting something started to make sure that we are fed. So that's the heart of a person that wants to deliver something good to somebody. If that's truly what you want to do, well, you want to get all the resources that you possibly can together to do so, and treat people as if their credit didn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And if it
'Cause they're
truly
people.
doesn't, then you would act differently. You would pursue them differently. You would welcome them differently, and you'd be ready for them. You know, if I know that I have a high population of Cubans that are coming to my store to buy a bunch of food, I'm going to have a lot of the foods that they like there. That's exactly what a grocery store person is going to think of based off of who's around them.
I would be there.
Have
That's
that.
good food right there.
It's going to be good food, right? So you will set up your shop based off of who's going to be coming through your door.
Yes.
So figure out who that is. And if it's everybody, have something for everybody to eat.
Everybody.
Otherwise, it's not them that's
Everybody.
limited.
Yes.
It's you.
You.
It's you that don't have
You.
the resources.
Don't.
It's you that's not achieving your full extent of capabilities inside of your store to help somebody else with their needs.
Right.
And that's just business that's leaving you. So I implore you all, have as many financial resources available and embrace subprime, not as a whole other class, but as just another way to help more people.
Actually, you should embrace it so much that you want to help them even more. You know,
Yes, prove that they
Help.
are worth it, and you helped them. They're so loyal.
you
after
help
that.
everybody, right? But you should, almost want to help them even more. Don't you think? People who've been through some
It's
struggles,
getting-
people who were
getting excited.
miseducated on finances, people who were, laid off jobs, people who went through divorces that were nasty and their houses were split up and they lost this, and people who've been through bank fraud or somebody stealing their identity, older people who've had people scam them and they take all their credit card information, people who've made bad investments and the stock market dropped. Guys,
Hey, I don't know, Fred. Do you know that there was this thing
they're
going
human
on
beings. Help them
right now? COVID-19, the
Bro.
coronavirus, you can't call anything and then not say, hey, due to COVID-19, expect longer than normal delay times, right? Everything is going to be citing COVID-19 right now, which would include the status of some people changing from what would be ropes to people that now need subprime help, right? The shift of a few numbers is all that it takes. You know what I mean? Somewhere on that report, it's just the shift of a few numbers, and everything can adjust. So it's all kinds of people. I'm just because I've talked to all kinds of people, so I've helped all kinds of people. We've been to all over the entire nation, helping all kinds of people
everywhere.
from the most elite to the person who we are doing the best that we can to put together their little bit of money to actually budget for something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's all that's there. You know, we've done it all, and we are able to. So if I'm able to do that, you can do that. Surely just set yourself up to do it. And we're talking to people that are going to help you do it. So it's just free information.
Like
to
this
make
man
you
right here,
think.
Jason. I mean, Jason was, Jason Garris is just an amazing person. I love his personality. He always makes us smile, makes us laugh. He gives us great ideas, inspires me to try to do some other stuff, man. I consider him a mentor right now. So I'm really lucky to have him as a mentor. And it's a cool thing. So it's like if I really needed to pick up the phone right now, because I've been genuine with him, and I know that he feels that just like I feel that with him. So all I gotta do is pick up my phone and call him, and I know he'll answer the phone and he'll talk to me. If I say, "Hey, Jason, man, I have this idea. What do you think about this?" Guess what Jason will do? He'll tell you what he thinks about it, right?
And he'll point you through it.
He'll point, and he'll even give you an idea to make it better or something that can help it fast track. That's the key. People like him can help you do that because he wants to. He loves sharing. He likes making you laugh. He likes to make you think.
Was he just like on the show not long ago?
Yeah,
like a week ago?
Yeah.
Right? We had the whole time with Jason. So if you guys want to know more about this hilarious,
check it out, man. It was a great week. That was the first time we did 5 in a week.
He is so he is just so much of boom of explosion that you guys it's hard to explain because it excites me inside. I feel like awesome. It's just another person that has joined a tribe that we've joined a tribe with and be like, wow, you have that same marking on you, that same joy, that same warrior spirit. There's something about what it is that he has that is so I don't know, connecting. And it's awesome that we connected on the new connection series here on Car Guy Coffee podcast. But he's a wise man. That's why I want him to be see himself as Splinter, see himself as a leader inside of the Ninja Turtles. Raphael.
I also want to throw a quick shout out to Evelyn Kelly. She's actually going to be mixing it up. She's with Think Ag Group too, but she's going to be mixing it up with us. And she's going to be out there reaching out to people, and I'm so excited. We'll talk about that more next week as the show develops. But also, check it out. On Tuesday night, we're going to be having Russ Mann come on. We didn't get a chance to get him on Thursday night due to technical difficulties when we had certain time we could record. Matter of fact, that's when we recorded and sat down with these two gentlemen that we're dropping this week, Nicky and Chris. And so we're real excited about that. And so he's going to be coming on to recap his last week's show. So all you Russ Mann lovers out there, which there's it seems like the whole world loves Russ Mann, which I'm so happy about that because he is such an awesome dude. But yeah, Russ, man.
And you heard it here first, folks. You definitely heard it here first. The birthing of the Man Up podcast.
That's it.
Russ Mann.
We did talk, man. Hey guys, Russ Mann's awesome, man. I was so happy to have him on here. But the week before, we had Jason speaking to Jason. He says, "You guys are doctors. People need doctors." Man, boom.
Thank you,
dude. It all works hand in hand. You shake my hand, I shake yours. That's what we've been doing this whole time. I love that dude, man. Jason's so cool.
Thank you.
We try to,
see that joy that he just.
The only thing is, my vision since this all started was just that I felt like this was just going to get around, and we're going to just make people laugh, have a good time. And in the meanwhile, we get to have a good time, and we get to meet people like you and El Patron and, Nicky and Chris and, everybody that we've met. The list keeps going and it keeps adding. And I have so many more people, Nicky and Chris, Nicky talks to me today and he goes, "Hey man, I got people that I think that if I have these ideas, can I throw them at you to people that can come on your show?" I'm like, "Yeah, please. I would love to have that happen." So, that's the kind of way this networking goes down. And guess what? When I interview those people, I get to learn more. Now Lou and I got a chance to just now get into a conversation literally with two guys that are from another side of the car industry. And now they're getting into the banking world, finance world of helping people. Solutionaries.
You want to learn from.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I learned so much in the last 5 months of this show. We'll be hitting 5 months here in 12 days. Okay. So it's been 4.5 months. So, I mean, unbelievable what we've been through over this time on our show. 21 weeks of it, having fun, meeting people, how much we've learned and grown, how to do what we do right now, how to format our show, the people we meet. I feel like the people we've met on here, I've become really close with. Almost, you know, I feel like I'm so excited about all this, and it was a really good time. So I'm real excited that we did this. Appreciate everybody jumping on here.
The journey has been.
You get the right
It's been so much
prescription.
fun.
Yes, sir.
So
People
right.
need medicine. They do, and I know you preach that a lot, because people right now they're going through trauma, and it's one thing after another, you know. And you know, I love the world. I know what I have control over right now in front of me, and it's look. I got this camera. I got people that are going to see this and hear this later, or now, or whenever they're seeing it, right? And they're going to get joy out of it. And I hope that when they listen to our episode, which we've had a lot of good luck people listening to our shows lately. Not good luck, because luck is made on your own by hard work.
Well,
So,
I mean, there's a way to set up perfect luck, and we talk about that inside of the episode number 7.
yeah,
But I am convinced, and I agree.
Brilliant. You guys need to go back and watch those, guys. I mean, I tell you, when we just to get to talking, it's because you gotta love what you do. I keep listening to a lot of these motivational videos lately, and I'm just trying to get pumped up, trying to get my mind going, and trying to get motivated. And I hear things, and these little things always keep resonating in my ear. I'm like, makes so much sense. You got to put the work in. Okay, you got to work hard, and you got to do everything you can, and then you got to advertise it. You got to let the world know what you're doing. You can't just do it and not tell anybody about it. And that's what everybody, big business people, that's their philosophy. That's what they believe. So because think about it, they do. They get on podcasts. So that's why we want people on our podcast. That you got to tell people what you do. I know some people probably don't like how crazy I get every single day with as many posts as I do. That's okay. That's okay.
It's okay. You can say
I
delete.
might-
You
like I
make
said-
delete. We make delete. Okay,
You
go
can
away.
just unfollow
go
me,
bye-bye.
man. I get it, man. Maybe
You
I'll
don't
lose
like it?
audience.
We
from
post
it,
again.
but I don't.
We
need
gonna
to.
post again.
All I'm doing is just trying to be consistent. I wrote a goal down. I'm doing something that I know a lot of people won't do. So I think that makes me different. I know that if I keep doing it and I keep pushing it out, it's going to be a catalog of just look what I just did over the last 12 months. I'm not even 12 months.
This is my thing on it, right? So if I was somebody that was to, and we pay attention to what goes on inside of our group. But to watch that, and we saw somebody participate that much. If everybody that was involved in the group participated as much as they saw our stuff out there, then you know how much more they would be populated. This shows that the capability is there. You know what I mean? The content that Fred sometimes will put out 3-4 pieces a day inside of real footage of video content that you need. I mean, it's a full course meal. You know what I mean? Across the board for your entire listening
Saturday is going to be the
pleasure
big
for the
day.
day.
I do 2 video. Like I do.
But if everybody did that, what if everybody did? You know how much content there would be? They wouldn't be able to delete all that.
People should put that out there. It's what's the harm?
Keep
It's
moving.
free.
There's so
I'm
much
just helping.
fun stuff.
And if you don't like, it's great. I don't think it's anything bad. It's a quick minute. But quick brews, every single day you're going to get one, unless I'm not at the dealership. I do it only when I'm there. So, and then every once in a while, if I'm off, like during that coronavirus, there was times I was off too long in a row where I couldn't be at the store, or if I would just go hop in, I'd make one. Or I'd do one here. I did a couple here, which was pretty cool. One outside on my outside area. But anyway, now I'm starting to reminisce. Man, time's flying by, folks. Take advantage of every moment. Do not waste it. And then I do a whiteboard quote of the week. I used to do it on Wednesdays, and then I switched it to Saturdays because of how inconsistent our schedule was. So so Saturdays right now, you're going to see at least a quick brew and a whiteboard. So it's just what I do every single week, consistent. I don't know how many people are that consistent.
And let me tell you about what's often what you're going to try to leave with every time you basically have any sort of a cup of car guy coffee, right? If your coffee doesn't give you that perk, that upshift, that uplift that you want inside of your day, well, you're either going to need another cup of coffee or your coffee was decaffeinated, right? So whatever it is that you receive from us, we want to make sure that you're consistently bringing up the atmosphere inside of yourself and on. You have more energy exploding out of you. So you have a philosophy of upshifting and uplifting where it is that you are and where you get to permeate your energy to. And just like a good cup of coffee, it should get you uplifted into a point of performing to your best ability and trying and caring and yes, being joyful. So I understand exactly what Jason's saying when he's talking about us being doctors. I get what you're saying, brother. I feel you. I mean, and that people need medicine. I feel you on that too. See, a joyful heart is a good medicine. That is Proverbs 17, something 20,
Booyah!
17, 20,
I love that
something,
proverb.
17, 22.
That's
A
a good
joyful heart is
That's
a good
one.
medicine.
That's
So
a good
that
one.
is something that whether or not you picked up the tools that we drop to you and you use, or you act exactly like us, or you do the things that we do every
But
day,
you
or you
feel
even
us,
feel our
man.
philosophy,
I
feel the joy,
feel
feel the
joy,
uplifting,
lift
feel the
it
fire,
up.
and you go burn
Fuego.
your way. Make
Burn
sure
it.
that you take it your way. I'm not going to tell you what to put inside
No.
of your coffee. You go make it your own way,
Do
right?
it.
How much do you want? How big of a cup? Here it is. You leave with it. You sprinkle your little bedazzles on it and you go your way and you make it be beneficial for you. But that's what it is that you're supposed to do when you leave this cafe with us. We want to make sure that you are forgive, focused, and flying to a point that you keep growing. But if there's anything, folks, that I know about growing, it's that it's always being in a constant state of stretching yourself, stretching your comfortability. You can't stretch in comfort. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. That there's a tension that has to occur when you're stretching. And that's how you keep growing. And if you keep growing, folks, well, I promise you, you will be a solutionary that's always brewing solutions.
Yeah, no, he's right. Man, I love it, Lou. Lou's such a good speaker, guys. You guys know that, right? I love listening to him
Guys,
talk.
I love a crowd. Man, we had church today. We had people in the
that was
building,
awesome,
and I didn't
man.
get to. It was awesome.
So, but you know, man, it was. You know, Lou speaks really good, and when he says things like that, he means that. You know, and it's so true. You know, you have to keep growing. You know, life. It's the most, well, probably the most important thing about life. What is life? Life is growth. When you look at plants, what are plants doing? When they're growing, they're alive. What happens when they're not growing? They're dead. They stop. That means they stop. They're done. They end their life cycle. It's over. So you have to constantly be in a growth mode, because what happens with your mind is so powerful. I watched something today that was pretty cool. It's about stress and how powerful the stress hormone is to your immune system. So it'll actually shut your immune system down to the point where, let's say that you're getting a lung transplant. All right. Your body naturally, when they get a foreign object in there, your immune system will go to overdrive to kill that. So what they do before they put you in surgery for a lung or any transplant, for the most part, is they hit you with a stress hormone, because that stress hormone will take away the immune system, drop it down so much that when they put the implant in, that it'll actually take it long enough to where because it's going to allow it to come in there, because it doesn't realize it's foreign, because it's already taken away. It's blocked your immune system. That's what doctors do. They use that in the human body, and that's how powerful stress is to you. So you have to understand that, you're going to work hard, you're going to do all this stuff, and I get stressed, man. I've been there, and I've allowed myself to get there at a lot of points, sometimes in short moments. But you have to let it go really fast. Even if it's a quick vent, maybe you have to vent it out, let it go, and then just be like, you know what? I'm cool. Everything is good. Once again, what do I have true control over right now? Focus on that. Focus on what is great in your life. Gratitude. Focus on that. Take a deep breath. Once again, how great is life? How bad is it really? It's not. Look where I'm at, man. No matter how bad, I can look around. I mean, just like anybody, you all in a house. You're healthy. You're alive. You're breathing. If you're watching this, your eyes work. Your ears, you can hear this. Your ears are working. I mean, think about people who can't. Jason's he's mostly deaf. So, and yet he still gets around, and he doesn't complain about it. He actually uses it as an advantage because he understands.
Let me tell you something about a great and an incredible salesperson in any state.
There's your brother.
yeah, I'm about to holler at Joey. But any good salesperson is a master at being able to listen and get a person to speak and listen to them, right? And another reason why I honor Jason so much is because he is a master at this craft, and he doesn't have he has had challenged to him one of the fundamental requirements in our senses from having and being limited inside of his hearing, and he has overcame that challenge from a child up to an adult as a professional. He's done an incredible job, and I honor you, sir.
Through bullying,
thank you for
got bullied for it, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and overcame it. You know, I love his heart. My brother's here with us, Joey. What's up, bro? Hopefully you didn't leave yet,
man.
Joey. Real quick, you want to see something? It's your nephew. G, come here. And hey, Jason, were you on when our sons were on? Yay or nay? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Were you on when our sons were on?
Were we on when our sons were on?
Either way, we're gonna show them off again.
One more
super
time,
cool.
'cause here is
Cue the
my-
models. Here they come.
Here's our
Here they are.
before and after
and
pictures.
showing. Yep, this is. Oh man. Oh yes, this is before Car Guy Coffee. It's right here. This is the before picture.
He did. He
Wait,
saw,
hold on
he
a
saw
second.
him earlier. He says, yes. Here they are again. One more again.
Boom. So this is one sip of Car Guy Coffee. What?
That's what Car Guy Coffee does.
to you. We're gonna do a video with that. Something funny is gonna come. One sip of Car Guy Coffee.
He says he's still here, your brother Joey.
Joey, check him out. Look at you.
Use the
nephew.
wrong here.
Oh, look at you got Mr. Jason.
Jason, these are our sons. Say hello. Say hello to your uncle.
Hola.
Hola, tío. How
Hola.
are you?
Hola, tío. Hola.
He said, "Hey,
Check those handsome
today I
fellas
won an
out.
Xbox. I'm
I'm
so
so
excited." Oh, look at them right there. Look at
Looks
these
like
guys.
me.
These
Looks
guys, yes. Look at these handsome guys. Uh-huh.
Yay.
That's them. That's them. That's so folks here. So you've heard us say before, and this is where I feel like we've made a good contribution to the world, Fred. No matter what it is, whether you guys accept some of the philosophies and thoughts that we say or not, you don't judge a person and their motives. You judge a something that grows. You judge one by their fruit. You judge a person by their fruit, right? Well, this is our fruit. These two young men right here
Yes.
are our fruit, and they're incredible. And I am okay if it stopped right there, right? These are incredible men that have an incredible legacy ahead of them,
Yes.
and they're going to do some great things
I'm son of a
And
I just
we
get to
are
watch him
excited.
grow up.
to see great fruit come from them. But we do challenge each and every one of you that are out there to embrace the next generation, take them in, and at the same time, be prepared to show them that you're not afraid of going after what you dream. Because if they're going to believe, they're going to be believing because they see it inside of your eyes. And if you want them to take it further than you've ever taken it, well, you better take it far, because they're going to be powerful. They're going to be strong. They're going to be smart, and they're going to have great opportunities in front of them that we never dreamt of. So be sure that you embrace them and help pave that way. This is a great generation coming.
They are.
Jason has young kids too. Huh? What? Oh, Jason has young kids too that I love and are so creative, and you can already tell that they think beyond what our minds even programmed for. But I'm excited for boys don't ask your dads for money. Make them. Yeah, well,
make you guys ask us for money.
make them.
I'm with you.
Yeah, make them. No, they
Make him give it to you.
Yeah. They could try. They could try.
Ain't no
Yeah,
chance.
they could try. They tried earlier. G tried earlier.
As long as it's not longer than 2 minutes, I'm good. You know, after 2 minutes, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna,
They'd be like, "All right, did you get enough for your lesson?"
They get 2 minutes. That'd be the rule. You got 2 minutes to beat me. After that, it doesn't matter what
You
you
done?
do.
You done
You can-
learning yet?
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. We're just I'm gonna
He's
show
like,
you
I'm
for
just-
2 minutes. You ain't.
I'm not
got
even
that.
sweating yet. I'm not even sweating yet. I'm not going to show you any more of my moves.
Go to sleep.
Take you out.
Oh, easy. Take it easy.
These
Oh,
children,
easy. Not
these
on
children. I tell you.
Yeah, these guys. He is pretty tough, though. That did scare me a little bit. No, but seriously, though.
Bruce,
Double dragon.
And then it'll get Double Dragon.
so you
Remember that?
guys know, if you guys
Did Devin talk about that on the show?
if you guys have ever watched any of our shows, you know I'm a Bruce Lee fan, right? So I got Bruce Lee stuff. So tonight I recorded it. I haven't watched it yet. It came on at 9 on ESPN 3030. Be Water. It's a Bruce Lee story. So I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night before I go to bed. I am excited about that one.
Okay.
Be Water, my friends.
Be water.
Be Water.
Be water. We'll go back to the cafe.
We'll go water.
Guys, we just wanted to show off the kids one more again. This is going really the distance. The distance.
Chin down. Okay, good
Mhm.
boy.
I was giving you a hug, Dad.
I know you were.
So,
I know. Just keep this covered. I'm good.
No, he's very swole. He is quite swole.
He is. You're
He's everything.
smiling. Yes, they do.
Everything
They
I've ever
got
wanted.
this.
But his heart is the biggest muscle that he's got. Both of these boys are exemplary. Oh man, I'm trying to use a word I don't say much. That's a hard word to say. Exemplary men, examples of what it is that a
Exemplary.
good pure man
Now
should
you got
be.
me messing that word up.
Yeah, I don't-
exemplary.
I'm gonna
exemplary.
Skip.
That's a good word. Exemplary.
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 Right. Yeah. You say that.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know what's up. Docious.
Well, guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Car guys, car gals,
Make sure you guys check it out. Man.
solutionaries.
Everybody out there.
Telling you there's some
Don't
great
stop,
information
don't
that's
stop.
coming, and you definitely want some more of it.
Seriously, these guys make sure you guys, once again, I'm going to drop it out there. I want you guys to see this website. This is their company name, www.withclutch.com. If you're looking to refinance your vehicle, if you think your rate's a little high, jump on there real quick. Give them a chance, man. They're just they're trying to make this right. It might
What's it
save you
gonna hurt?
money. It might not. You don't have to say yes. It's just a chance for you to get out there and see what's up. They're really, really good people. I'm talking about really smart people who left a awesome job. Well, I would say position to start a brand new company because they have another vision. Their last vision did really well. If they left this job, I believe that this vision is going to be amazing. And the idea is spot on. If you're in subprime finance, you know this is spot on. Don't tell me you think this is great. I've heard of some places dropping rates just hair. This is like going to be real deal stuff here, guys. So I'm sending your boys a drone. Do it.
Go back.
Go back.
You know who that is, right? T? I can't see. Come around here.
Yeah, yay.
oh, that's Eric Thomas.
You know exactly. Eric Thomas.
The hit
DT,
pop.
that's
The-
right.
The hit pop.
Jason actually, he met him. He knows him actually, so that's pretty cool.
I'll listen to him when I work out.
They both have great leaders that follow top-notch dads. Oh man, Jason, I appreciate that. That's really nice.
Thank you, sir.
We try our best. Do you guys think we're top-notch dads? Most of the time.
Sure.
You better, boy. You better.
I love it. I got a good kid, man. He's
Or
awesome.
you're gonna beat me.
He grows up quick, man. It makes me a little sad, but I'm proud of him though, no doubt. They will love it. All right. I want to see some good footage. from him, he says.
no.
He says that if he sends it, he wants to see good footage, guys. So
Yeah, we got a video anyway. That's
All
one
right.
reason I wanted to-
there you go. That would be kind of cool. You guys could do it like outside, like Gabe Ramirez. And it flies away backwards. And it zooms in. And I'm ready to go. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go. One arm pull-ups. Woo, woo. Do it like one up lifts.
I can do one arm snatches with a barbell now.
Oh wow.
I taught myself to do that.
That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool,
Getting
bro.
better.
It's pretty cool.
No, that's
They
pretty
will
awesome.
be. They will get
That'd be-
excited.
That'd be pumped
In
up.
the mail tomorrow. All right, brother. I appreciate that, J Dog. That's
Thank
my
you.
man. We'll definitely make sure you get some good stuff from that, my friend. Man, yeah, these two boys
Oh,
are our
speaking
world.
of, let's check on his order.
So, folks, we're gonna say goodnight. We're gonna get back out here because we got to drop this episode.
Gotta get it
Obviously,
out
like
to
we always
you.
say, it always takes us about 10, 15 minutes for us to get it out. But it's gonna be. Is it gonna be the first half of the 5
No,
liner?
we are releasing 2 podcasts tomorrow. You're going to receive 1 and 2 of the 5-liner, so it's going to come in 2 pieces. What I think we just go ahead and schedule.
Schedule one for like later in the day.
Yeah, so we'll go maybe about 2 o'clock. It'll
Tomorrow?
be available, but they're both going to be sitting there waiting
So
for
part
you.
1 and part 2 are all.
You got to get through the first one to get to the next one.
Wow, how many? So we got 2. Wow, we got that much on there.
There's going to be 4. There's going to be 4 release.
Oh my goodness!
That was a long 5-liner. These 5-liners have been taking an hour, so we got to break them up for you all.
Because they're the best part of the show. We love it, don't we, Lou? They're
finding out the
so
people.
much good. You learn about
The
them.
people.
Great stories.
Profits don't go over people, right?
No, never.
Not over money, but people over profit. Cool.
People always over profit.
Boom.
Remember that, boys. And that's how you'll benefit in life, because it's always people over profit. Because the more you give, the more you get. Remember that. And like I mentioned, I've said this before, it's not about the monetary get. See, the more you give, the more you get is what you get when, you give somebody something good, and they go around, they spread what you gave. Like you teach them something and it was something that enlightened them, and they go out and they enlighten somebody else, and that spreads out. And then eventually it comes back to you, because that person that they touch that's tenfold, you run into them one day at a garage, and then you need to work on your car because they're enlightened now. They're good people. They hooked you up. You don't even know that's the reason, but that's the reason. That's just the way life works. That's the way the energy works. That's the way, to me, what giving is. It could be monetary, but that's not. It should never be what you think about. If you think, "Oh, I'm doing this for money," then you might make money, but you're never going to be rich. You're never going to be rich with rich isn't just money. Rich is, as my son's making fun of me, going to be rich. I know I use my hands a lot. Lou does too. It's okay. It's what we do. So because we got the glow. So anyway, I'm just saying, I know I keep throwing stuff out there and I keep saying stuff, but that's just because I'm passionate. Obviously, I like to talk a lot.
And folks, we truly want to make sure that whatever it is that you give is what you're going to get. Whatever you sow is what's going to grow, right? I'm not going to plant apples and expect to see oranges, nor do I expect to see weeds if I plant those. But if I plant weeds, I'm going to see weeds grow. Cool. So whatever it is that you sow is what's going to grow.
That was a good one.
Okay. Whatever gets put into the ground is what's going to come back out. So if it's dollars and cents, if it's time, if it's relationships, if it's encouragement, if it's friendship. The word also says, if you want to have friends, be friendly. Guys, Albert Einstein said that if the answer is simple, it's God talking. So inside of that, understand the answers are very simple. You put a seed into the ground, it's going to grow something. All right. So whatever seeds you sow is what's going to grow. And we are trying to make new connections with true solutionaries, because we want to grow an entire forest of fruitful people that you can come into and pick from their trees of great fruit, right? And it's imperative that you listen to that. I don't care if you receive people that are if you have people in your life that are negative, you got to keep reaching towards the light no matter what. You need the right people to be connected to, so that you're not like some of the richest people that Jason is talking about.
Yep.
That are some of the loneliest.
That's it, man. Because here's the deal. You can do it, and you can do it by yourself. You can get up there. But what is better? To be surrounded by a bunch of people that are on the same mission. You get there and you get to share all that with people, and and then they get to share it. Each person, when you have multiple, when one person shares, it's so much better to have a group of people that do it together. And you have your strengths. I have my weaknesses, right? But in your strengths are my weaknesses. And then my strengths are your weaknesses, or it could be somebody else's, but we all blend together to become one strong. Like I always joke about Voltron, build up, and you're all these parts that came together to build this one giant Thundercat just being that can just beat anything. Right. And that's what it is, man. It's you could do it by yourself, but really, even the people who did it by themselves didn't do it by themselves.
Nope.
They had a team of people. They
didn't know how to thank anybody, so they didn't have anybody there with them.
Well, some people don't want to be thanked. They want to be behind the scenes. They're like, listen, I just want, you can be the face and I'll be this. And that's okay. It's just all about doing it. So just remember, the more you help and everybody that comes together and you build it up, it's so much better to do it as a team. Team members are great. Don't be lonely. It stinks to be lonely. And you're right, Jason, man.
But if you're chasing money, you're going to be lonely because that money ain't never going to talk back to you.
Money's great, but it doesn't.
It's a byproduct.
But that's not what's going to make you
byproduct.
happy at the end of the day. That's not what you take with you. When you one day lay 6 feet under or whatever your ritual is for your passing, whenever that happens one day, when you're no longer in this body anymore, okay? When that happens on that day, you have to be thinking, is money really matter? No. What matters is the legacy that you left, what you saved and you shared to other people. And that's what it's always going to be. What your child remembers of you, so he can tell his children what your friends remember of you. And, and maybe you can go deeper. Maybe you are lucky enough to reach the masses and then they remember. But that's not what it's about. It's what you're going to know. Hey, I was a good person. My son loved me. We were always honest with each other. We always did the right things. And at the end, he knows that about me. I don't need to be a multimillionaire to be happy. I don't. Maybe really, it'd make it pretty freaking cool though. But
it'd be pretty cool.
But that's not the point. I honestly believe that,
but that's not what we're pursuing. It may be what finds its way into our life, but only as a tool to help pour that gift into someone else's. Again, our pastor spoke about it today, that it's impossible for something to go through you and not get to you. A faucet is going to get wet in the process of bringing water to something else, right? So in that case, if you're bringing a resource to someone else, you're going to benefit of that resource. But the idea is to be constantly flowing that resource out to others, and you'll constantly be filled. I am not going to make it on one cup of Car Guy coffee. It's going to take a lifestyle of sipping solutions, my friend, because there's always going to be another challenge to overcome. And that, my friend, is the fun why that even Jason has, the fun of the challenge, the pursuit in the challenge. And we enjoyed that. And that's the kind of heartbeat that we have.
Constant growth.
This young man, you guys will hear me talk about it so much, about somebody putting more weight on the rack and to see where it is that his comfort level will go or where it won't go. Does he have more in the tank or not? And the only way that he does grow is by challenging himself. And so again, the only way for you to keep growing is to constantly be stretching. But if you're going to do that, what is it that you're doing when you're stretching? You can't fly like this. If you got wings that are like that, you can't fly like this. You ain't gonna work. You need big wings. If you're gonna forgive, focus, and fly, you're gonna
use the big wings.
Stretch. Okay, so guys,
it takes work, guys.
Coffee podcast. You know what it is that you do inside of this cafe, right? First things first, everybody. Nick, go ahead and get ready to launch with us. We're gonna forgive, focus, fly on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Whoop. Focus. Fly. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've seen my son go from flat-footed, couldn't dribble a basketball, shot 2 hands, to being one of the best shooters I've ever seen. So, it takes work, guys. You have to really put the effort in. Seriously, like my son he'll break ankles and he'll shoot it in your face because he does it to me all the time. And not a lot of people can do that. I don't care if I'm 40. Come play me and I'll show you what's up. But
all good.
But I'm just saying that, but he's put the work in, and that's what it takes. No matter what, you can have a great idea, you can do this, you could do that, but if you don't put the hard work in, it's never going to happen. So you got to put the work in. You can't just hope it happens. If you want to make a basketball team, you're going to have to work out, put the weights on. You still have to get strong. You still have to work on your dribbles, and you still have to shoot. You can't just hope that it doesn't.
Subprime hero Garris Jr.
He says you could be his son. Look at subprime. Yeah. You guys look a lot alike. Look at you guys have a lot similar hairstyle too, Jason.
Yeah, check it out.
Show it, Nick.
Let them rocks.
Let them see
flow.
Look at that hair, bro. You guys got the same hairstyle. Jason got nothing on there right now, no doubt. Push outside your comfort zones, complacency. Yes, it does. You know what, JT? I'll tell you what. No doubt, if you believe that and you always remember that, because the moment you start to feel comfortable, realize you could probably do more, make more, and love more. There's
Help
always
more.
something you
Be
can't.
more.
It's when
Love
you
more.
have to constantly be. You have to enjoy the uncomfort. It's like Gabe. I'm sure if he works out and the next day he wakes up and he doesn't feel any stiffness, he's probably like, "Dang it, I didn't do it right yesterday." That's because you gotta want that uncomfortable because that's the only way you get gains. It's like it was Arnold Schwarzenegger was saying that he was somewhere and this guy was like doing like he goes, "Hey, how many sit-ups can you do?" And the guy goes, "I don't know. I don't start counting until it starts to hurt."
Muhammad Ali.
Yes, that was it. Muhammad Ali. He goes, "Yeah, I don't start counting until it hurts." That's amazing because that's when it really counts, when you're uncomfortable. Because when you're comfortable, you're not, it's simple. It's just easy to float through life. A lot of people do that. A lot of people kind of get slightly uncomfortable and they back up, they get comfortable for a little bit, right? If you stay uncomfortable, that's when you see the massive gains. And every time you make it harder on yourself, the more you add on just the gains. But you start realizing that you can do these things that you used to think you couldn't do. It blows your mind. Almost feel like Superman. You're like, man, there's no way I could do that. I don't have enough time in a day. But you got 24 hours in a day. 24. Come on now. If let's say that you even sleep 8 hours. 8 hours. That leaves you 18 hours. No, excuse me, 16 hours. My son's such good at math. Give me pounding on it.
Mhm.
I was thinking 6 hours earlier because I did 6 hours in my head earlier when I was doing it. So 8 hours. So that leaves you with
Told you they're so smart.
Whatever.
They're so smart. I told you they're better than us. Serious.
16.
Smart.
So
Where's he like?
anyway,
Me.
16, right? So you got 16 hours in the day. So let's say you work, the average person works 8 hours a day. So it leaves you with 8 hours, right? So anyway, so with 8 hours, what are you doing with that? Let's say that you eat for 2 hours of that, which is not true unless you're Gabe and my son. But let's say you eat an hour. So that leaves you with 7. Then you have time with your family. Let's say you spend 3 hours of that with your family. All right, now you got 4 hours. What'd you do with the 4 hours? What did you do with that, guys? Not to mention when you're at work. These days, you do so much stuff on the computer. You can build, you can learn. When you're in between your little emails that you guys do in the buildings these days, just listen to something that motivates you. Listen to an audiobook. Go do, like if you're in car sales, go sit down and talk to somebody. We're just going on and on. But
Role play.
Go role play with people. Go read a phone script and get better at it. Whatever you got to do to get good at your
Go
job.
out of your way to say thank you to somebody.
Look for a way to get better every single day, to get a gain. It means you got to get uncomfortable. Even when you'd rather sit there and do nothing, that's the time that makes you better than the guy sitting next to you.
Correct. Come on, you better say that. You better say that.
Say it.
Say it.
Preach it. And I try to preach that. I'm trying to teach my son those skills. And he has it. He works hard. He's a straight A student. And once again, people, that's the other side. Straight.
All 100s.
Straight A.
Oh, I know did you have all 100s in?
Yeah, and then I got a 91 in college class.
Yeah, he did take a college class.
All 100s.
Got a 91.
Still awesome.
So
That is
smart.
amazing.
See, this is the moments. You guys know that there's a connection between me and Forrest Gump. I know he's a make-believe character, but whatever. But when I see my sons and my kids and I look at them and I have that moment every time they do something that's really smart or they have any kind of a scholastic achievement, it's like, when Forrest sees little Forrest and he asks Jenny and he says, Jenny, is he smart or is he like
Me. That's sad.
And I that's how I feel when I see my sons getting it.
I know. And she goes, "Oh no, he's
smart.
like,
He's smartest in his class."
and he's like, "That's good. Well, that's
teacher
good."
says he's the smartest in his class.
And he walks up
Oh,
there and
well, that's
sits
the
down,
truth. Well-
and they both rock the head like this. It was funny, man.
Oh, you hear these guys? What? All right,
I
good.
didn't say what.
My son got me a hat that's that says Bubba Gump Shrimp on it. So that's my new running hat because I started running, and so I'm gonna get it all sweaty and nasty. It's pretty cool though. I love the hat though. It's really awesome. The look's gonna look good when it's all sweaty and nasty, folks. What hat is that? It's my running hat. I live here in Kentucky. You got to have that. That's my hat right there. When I go out in the yard, do my thing. Well, anyway, guys, I know we're staying up late. We got to get this going. We got to drop this episode. And we got to get to bed. We have a 9 o'clock morning meeting with the managers.
We do.
So I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Thank you all for listening. We're going to hit you with this one more time for your viewing pleasure.
Pleasure. So
All right, guys.
that's it. Car
That's
guys
it.
and car gals and all you solutionaries. Thank you for joining us on the Car Guy Coffee podcast, where we are brewing solutions. With us is Gabe Ramirez and
Nick Lenartz.
along with the car guy Lou Ramirez and the
Subprime hero Fred Lenartz.
and this is time for you to go get you some of that brew.
Guys, make sure you guys check it out. Good night to
Yeah.
everybody. Good night, Jason. Good night, Jason.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
everybody.
Good night, everybody who came on. I appreciate
Joey,
it.
love you.
Yes. Share. Love,
Jason,
love.
Jason.
Y'all have a good one.
Jason.
Peace out.
Love y'all.